Thank you.
Okay, we're live. We just need, you need to, can you move, Mike?
Tanaka and
Sorry, guys, we're just setting up the camera real quick. All right, Patrick, can you move? There we go. All right. Could you just get some yoga music on me? Good morning, everyone. We are all set. Our last class ran a little long, so we're just getting all set up here. All right, we're gonna start actually on the ground. Start in just an easy sit. If you can crisscross your legs like this, that'll be perfect. If not, you can sit this, Indian style, whatever works. And you're just gonna take an easy side bend to one side. And then you can drop your head a little bit, look up towards the ceiling, or even look down towards the ground and feel a nice stretch in the side of your neck. Good, and then coming up and you're gonna take a nice side bend to the left. Drop your head, stretch. You can do whatever you want with the neck. It should feel like a really nice stretch. And then you should feel a stretch all in the side waist. Good, and then come on up, reach the arms up high, take a deep breath, and breathe out. You're gonna take an easy twist to the right. Breathe in, lift up your spine, and breathe out, twist. Breathe in, lift up your spine, and breathe out. Good. And then you're gonna fold over actually your leg and just take a little, like a forward fold. You might feel a stretch in the back of the body on the left. Full, complete deep breaths. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Thank you. Breathe in.
Mike with the
And
tunes.
breathe out. We've got some music on, guys. It'll be nice and restorative. Take a deep breath in,
Good job.
stretch, turn. And then we're gonna actually, oh, we did our twist, sorry. The music got me off guard, so breathe in, breathe out, twist. Breathe in, breathe out, twist. Breathe in, breathe out, twist. Good, and then fold over that leg. We got some good tunes over here, guys. So really take this opportunity to stretch out your whole side waist, and if you can't get down that far, that's okay. Just hinge forward. There should be no pain in your knees. Good, come on up, and then you're gonna come to a pigeon pose on the right side. So you can swing that left leg around. You can sit up really tall. You could come down here. You can go side bend, side to side. So yes, we're starting yoga in pigeon, so your legs might be a little tight, but we're also gonna finish in a variation of a pigeon, so it'll feel much better. And then you can lean all the way forward if you want to. If your hips are really tight, you might be up. You might want to put a block or a blanket under your hips. And then the back leg, you want to make sure that in your pigeon, your back leg isn't turned open like this. You want to turn it, the knee, you want the knee to go to the opposite side. Turn it into a little side bend. Good, and then we're gonna bring the left leg right up to a lunge. Reach the right arm high, stretch. And then you can take a little twist back, a twist to the left. Good, reach the arm high, take a full breath. Bring both hands down, come to a plank pose. Lower all the way to the ground. Inhale to a cobra pose. And exhale to a child's pose. Curl the toes, press back to a downward facing dog. You're gonna lift your toes up really high and lower them down. You're gonna do that about 10 times. Lift your toes up, lower them heels up, sorry. Lift your heels up, lower down, lift your heels up, lower down. See if you can have your knees facing each other as you do this. Good, shift forward to plank pose, lower down, inhale, cobra pose, exhale, downward facing dog. You're gonna bring your left shin forward to pigeon pose. Now we're on the left side. You can rock it, and each side's gonna feel a little different. Make sure the back knee is facing that way, not out this way. Your foot's not out like that. And then you can lower down however feels good. Again, if you can't get this low, that's okay. You can be up as high. You can have your hand on your thigh and just bounce it out a little bit so that should feel pretty good. Turn. So if you find a sweet spot, a place where that doesn't take your breath away, you can stay there for a little bit. Just breathe into the back body, breathe into the hip. Again, there should be no pain in the knees. Good, you're gonna come up, pull yourself forward with that left leg, and come right to a lunge. So bring that right leg forward, reach the arm up high, take a full breath in, and then take a twist to the right. Full breaths, breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out. Good, both hands come down, press back to downward facing dog. Shift forward to plank pose, exhale, lower down. Inhale, upward facing or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Again, 10 calf raises. So lift your heels up and down. Have your knees facing each other if you can. And then at the top, so lift your heels all the way up, and then I want you to try to inchworm your toes forward and forward fold. Inhale up to stand, take a full breath in. Exhale, hands to your heart center, sternum. Okay, so sun salutations, you should feel pretty good, a little warmed up. So take a deep breath in, full breath, inhale. Exhale to fold forward. Inhale to lengthen, gaze forward. Exhale, step or float back. Chaturanga, half a push-up. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing. So you'll stay in downward dog for 5 breaths. I want you to take a look at my feet on upward facing dog. So when you do upward facing dog, I want you to have your toes together and heels apart, if you can. So here you can pedal out the calves, walk your dog a little bit. Let's take the left hand to meet the right ankle, calf, or thigh. So a little twist. You can watch Sheena and Petra do it. Really find stability in that right shoulder. Lengthen the spine, rotation in the spine. Good, and then bring the left hand down, right hand to meet the left ankle, calf, or thigh. Just try not to pull or tug on your knee. Again now, the left arm is very stable. It's very strong. Find a little bit of rotation in the spine. Good, bring the right hand down. Bend the knees, gaze forward, step or float between the hands, forward fold. Inhale up to stand, take a full breath in. Exhale, hands to your heart. We're gonna do 3 more of those. Inhale up, exhale down. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale, step or float back, lower down. Upward facing, heels apart, toes together. Downward facing. 5 breaths. Inhale for 1. Inhale for 2. Really press the shoulders up and away. So it's okay to find length in your spine. Inhale for 4. And inhale for 5. Good. Bend your knees, gaze forward. Use the inhale to float forward. Forward fold. Inhale up to stand. Full breath in. I lost my balance. Exhale, hands to your heart. 2 more. 2 more. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, step or float back. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing. Inhale for 1. Inhale for 2. Inhale for 3. Inhale for 4. And inhale for 5. Good. Bend your knees, gaze forward. You can step forward, forward fold. Inhale up to stand. Exhale, hands to your heart. Last one. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, step, float. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing. So practice here, moving your shoulders up and down. So you can watch me here. I'm gonna give myself no neck, like I have shoulders and earrings, and then relax. Give myself no neck and relax. So kind of like you're flossing the shoulder blades up and down. You'll find a sweet spot. Lift the hips up and back as if someone's pulling you backwards towards the wall behind you. And then as you reach your arms forward, you find more strength, more length in your spine. Good. Bend your knees, gaze forward, step or float between your hands, forward fold. Inhale up to stand. Exhale, hands to your heart. Good. Let's hug the left knee into the chest. Give it a squeeze. Try to let go and keep it there. See if you can extend it long. See if you can bring it to a warrior 3. Find your balance. On this standing leg, let's try not to collapse the ankle bone. Keep that knee out to the side if you can. You can do whatever you like with the arms. My back leg is pointing towards Petra, so it's pointing that way if you can. You're gonna bend your knee, you're gonna come towards a high lunge. Reach the arms up high. Again, my back leg is turning a little bit that way. Reach the left arm high, take a nice easy twist to the right. 3 breaths. Breathe in, breathe out. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Good, come on back up, reach the arms up high. You're gonna open to a triangle pose. So arms out to the side, both of my legs are straight. Looks like this. I'm gonna come forward, hinge from the hip, and I'm gonna reach this opposite arm up high. So both of my kneecaps are engaged. Okay? I'm trying to keep both of my ankle bones high. 2 more breaths. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Good. Use your belly, use your breath. Inhale up to center. You're going to turn your toes towards the opposite wall. Hinge forward. And then here you can take any variation of a twist. Okay, of a lunge. Okay, so I really like to play around with my body here. I like to go side to side. Okay, you can find a long downward dog with your arms forward. You can bend your knees as much as you need to. My legs are wide, but my weight's on the outside edges of my feet. Good, come around forward and come right into lizard pose. So right foot forward, left foot back. Rock yourself forward and backwards. Chest is open. Two more breaths. Inhale. Exhale. Full breath. Inhale. And exhale. Good. Hands down. Plank pose. Lift So side plank pose on the left side, reach the right arm high. Good plank pose, side plank pose, right side, left arm high. Plank pose, lower down, chaturanga, so that's half of a push-up. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Bend your knees, gaze forward, step or float between your hands, forward fold. Inhale, stand, full breath. Exhale, hands to your heart. Okay, let's hug the right knee in, give it a squeeze. Try to keep it there, use your belly muscles. See if you can extend it long, engage your quad. And then come to a warrior three. My back knee is facing that way. My front knee is turned down a little bit, as much as I can. Good, bend your knee, come towards a high lunge. And then exhale, take a twist to the left. So again, if you take a look at my back foot, it's actually pointing towards that way. Two more full breaths. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Good. If you're doing this right, you should feel activation in the left glutes. Reach the arms up high. Full breath in. And then you're going to turn open to a triangle pose. So left foot forward, hinge from the hip. Okay. My weight's on the outside edges of my feet. And I'm reaching up towards the ceiling, a nice spinal rotation. My legs are engaged. Trying to pull my kneecaps up and engage the quads. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. One more breath. Inhale. Exhale. Good, inhale up the center, and then you're gonna turn the opposite way. Hinge forward, however feels best. And then again, I like to take a little twist to one side. Okay, you can play around with a long downward dog. So any variation of this type of a nice stretch. You can take a little side bend. Okay, really get those hips back, chest up if you can. Good, and then you'll walk yourself forward to a lizard pose, left foot forward. Rock yourself forward and backwards. Two full breaths, inhale. And inhale. Good. Come to plank pose. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Pedal out the calves. Let's raise the right leg high. Just a really nice stretch for the side waist. Okay, so you're trying to stretch all of this side waist right here. Kind of like we did seated at the very beginning, just in a different way. And then bring the right leg down, raise the left leg high. Give it a big stretch. You can do whatever you like with the hip. It should feel good. You don't want anything to feel painful. Especially if you do a lot of core abdominal exercises, this would be a really nice stretch for the belly, the abdominal muscles. So both legs come down. Bend your knees, gaze forward, step or float between your hands, forward fold. Inhale to stand, full breath. Exhale, hands to your heart. We're gonna bring the left leg around to eagle pose. So one rep or two, do the best you can. Okay, I'm trying to keep my right ankle bone high, and then I'm just gonna come to an eagle balance. Good. You're gonna unwrap that leg, you're gonna bring it back to the side behind you. And then reach the left arm high and take a little bit of like a half moon shape with your body. Good, and then you're gonna come right down to a seated spinal twist. So you're gonna come to sit up really nice and tall, hug your knee, and 3 breaths here. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, and exhale. Good, you're gonna come back up. Now here's a chance if you wanted to try like a handstand, a donkey kick, or you could just lift this leg up high like a standing split. I know a lot of yogis like that. So if you wanted to try that, if not, you can just come to a forward fold, grab opposite elbows, and just sway a little bit side to side. Good. Inhale up to stand, take a full breath. Reach the arms up high. Exhale, hands to your heart. Right leg wraps around for eagle pose. Right arm wraps around for eagle pose. Try to keep the left ankle bone high and fold forward. You'll notice definitely one's head is tighter than the other or feels different. I can't wrap this foot around today, so this foot's just gonna hang out here. Good, open up, and then take your little half moon. So all the weight's in my left leg. I feel activation in my left glute. Good, and then you're gonna come down right into your seated spinal twist. So give your knee a little hug and take it nice and easy. Inhale for 1. Inhale for 2. Inhale for 3. Inhale for 4. And inhale for 5. Good. Unravel yourself, come up. Perfect, if you're into handstands, perfect opportunity to come upside down. You could play around with the top leg, standing split, or you could come to your ragdoll and just sway a little bit side to side. Good. Bend your knees, you're gonna come to a chair pose, reach the arms high. So my hips back, spine extended, and then inhale to stand. Good, bend your knees, chair pose. Take a twist to the right. See if you can come up, see if you can lift your left heel up, and then bring it back to a lunge. And then bring it right back to where it was. Nice Petra. Inhale to chair pose. Exhale to stand. Try the other side. Chair pose. Take a twist. Curl your left knee up. Stretch it back. Step it forward. And inhale to chair pose. Exhale to stand. Good, 1 sun salutation. Inhale, exhale, inhale, lengthen, exhale, step or float back, inhale, upward facing, exhale, downward facing. So here you can pedal out your feet, walk your calves, your hips, your spine. Good, let's step the right leg forward to a lunge. Cross the hands behind your back, a little stretch. Open up the arms, palms facing up. Sink a little lower in the hips. Again, my right knee's going out. I'm actually on the pinky toe side of my back leg. You're gonna eagle wrap your left arm over your right. Reach the arms high. And you're gonna try to come down towards a lizard without touching the ground. Bring yourself back up. Keep your arms if you can. You're gonna come right into an eagle pose. Left arm wraps around right leg. Good, unwrap, unwrap, hands down, handstand practice if you're into that, or forward fold. Inhale up to stand, full breath. Exhale, hands to the heart. Good, inhale the arms up high. Exhale to fold forward. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale, step or float back, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing. Left leg forward to a high lunge. Reach the arms up high. Clasp the hands behind your back. Open up the chest muscles. My left knee's facing to the left a little bit. Weight's on the outside edge of my left foot. And my right knee is facing that way a little bit. Open up the arms, palms facing up. Sink a little lower in the hips. Right arm wraps around left. Reach up towards the ceiling. And then hinge forward. Good. Inhale up. And then if you can keep it, you're going to come towards your eagle pose. Okay, I'm just going to do one wrap on this side because I want to keep my left knee really strong. It's okay to put both feet down if it's too much for you. Good, unwrap, reach the right arm high. You can turn it however you want to turn it. Handstand works well, or just a nice easy forward fold. And if you can't get that far down, that's okay. You could just do a hinge with the chest up. Good. Inhale the arms up high, take a full breath. Exhale, hands to the heart. Tree pose, so the foot goes above or below the knee. Try to turn this hip open, but try to keep the right leg really strong. Whatever you like with the arms. Bring them out to the side, bring them behind you. You can take a little side bend. Good, you're gonna bring this left knee up, and then you're just gonna take a little bit of a side bend to the left. Good, you're gonna come right down into a low lunge, drop the back leg. Okay, and you can try to just stay here. You can reach the arm up. Okay, if you want to just take another little twist, you can. Okay, we're gonna do half, either straighten the front leg here, just a little stretch to the hamstring, or you could go traditional Parsvottanasana here. Reach forward. And again, if you have blocks or you just can't get down that far, that's okay. Just hinge, find a really nice extension of the spine. Good, place both hands down, come to plank pose. Exhale, lower all the way to the ground. You can grab your ankles, take a bow pose if you like. You could do a one-sided bow pose if you like. Or I'm just gonna do a variation of a cobra pose. with my arms. I'm just gonna press down and lift up. So let's go 3 more full breaths. Inhale. Inhale. And inhale. Good, lower down. Press back to child's pose. Good, curl the toes, press back to downward facing dog. Come to the tips of your toes, walk your toes between your hands, forward fold. Inhale up the stand, full breath. And exhale, hands to the heart. Okay, right side to tree pose. So whatever feels best for you, above or below the knee. Find your balance. Keep your ankles strong. Whatever you like with the arms. Good, and then bring that knee up. Take a little side bend to the right. Good, and then come down. Right knee's gonna come down, right arm's gonna come high, and then any variation of a side bend or maybe a little twist. And then come down. So here, you can stay right here and straighten that front leg, or you could come up to stand, straighten that front leg. If that's too intense for you, you could come up. You could use a chair, anything you can, or just your body weight and just hinge forward. Should feel a nice stretch in the hamstring. Engage the kneecap, lift the kneecap up, engage the quad. 2 more full breaths. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Good. Place both hands down. Come to downward facing dog. Shift forward to plank pose. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, cobra or upward facing. Exhale, child's pose. Come to sit on the heels. Toes together, heels apart if you can. Tense your fingers behind you, take a little bit of a back bend. So it looks like this here. If you can get your butt on your heels, that's awesome. And then we're just gonna roll over. We're gonna bring our knees a little wider. We're gonna roll over to one side, so all my weight's on one side. I'm just gonna take a little side bend one way, a little side bend the other way. I'm gonna roll over to the other side, a little side bend, and a little side bend. Good, place the palms down, press back to downward facing dog. Raise the right leg high, open it up. And come forward to pigeon pose. So second round of pigeon, it should feel good, it should feel better. And then you can fold forward. You can stay here if you'd like. If you're flexible, you can turn it into a twist to the right. And if you can't get down that far, that's okay. You can just come up here. If it's tight for you and pigeon doesn't work for you, you can just lie down on the ground and hug your knee in and feel a nice stretch in the hip. Good, you're gonna swing that left leg up and around, either Gomukhasana, so stack the knees, or a fire log here, stack the knees. And you can stay right here, or you can fold forward. If those are too tight for your hips, you can come up to a number 4 or lie down and do a number 4 stretch on your back. Wherever you are, your breath should be smooth and steady. Full complete inhales to the diaphragm, full complete exhales. Good. You're gonna come up towards a boat pose, Navasana, reach the legs up high. And then reach and extend. Stretch the body long on your mat. And just take a few breaths here. Full inhale, full exhale. Full inhale, full exhale. One more, full inhale, full exhale. Good, and then you're gonna come up to stand without using your hands if you can. We'll take one sun salutation. If you have to use your hand, that's okay. So inhale, the arms up high. Exhale to fold forward. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale, step or float back and forward now. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Raise the left leg high, bend the knee over the hip. Give it a little stretch. And then bring the left shin forward to pigeon pose. So again, one side's gonna feel different than the other side. You do the best you can do. We'll do 5 full breaths. So inhale. For 1. Inhale. For 2. Inhale. 3. Inhale for 4. And inhale for 5. Good. Come on up. You're going to bring that right leg around forward. Try not to use your hand. My leg doesn't move that way, so I have to use my hand to bring it in. Maybe you can do it without. So when you have fire log, you've got Gomukhasanam, okay, or you've got a number 4 or a number 4 lying down. So whichever one feels best for your hip today. You can even do a lying down one with your foot down on the ground. Okay, really just to get that hip to open up. Really nice stretch. And then you can lean forward or you can just sit up really tall. I want your lungs available for breathing. So with each breath, breathe in as deeply as you can, and with each exhale, exhale as completely as you can. Right? Especially if you guys are training room members and you've done all the workouts this week, the hips need a lot of love. Go to hips need a lot of love too, so you gotta stretch them out after you engage them so much. Good. 2 more full breaths. Inhale. And inhale. Good. Place the palms down. Actually, we'll stretch one more time on the ground. Just reach the arms up. Give yourself really, get as long as you can. As if you're standing and reaching up towards a tall cabinet. Good, and then inhale up. You're gonna come stand up as best as you can. One more vinyasa, and then we'll do some other things on the ground. So just inhale to get a good stretch. Exhale to fold. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale, step or float. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, child. Let's go child's pose. Good. We're gonna bring the legs around forward as best as you can. We're gonna bring the legs up towards the tabletop, like this. You're gonna roll everything to one side. So my whole body's gonna roll to one side. I'm gonna keep my knees there, and I'm gonna open up. And just a nice, easy stretch for the spine. If you want, if it's available, you can straighten this leg, and then you can reach this leg forward, so it's a little bit more intense. I'm gonna stay with my knees bent. And if you can't open up this much, that's okay, as much as you can. That's best for your body. So it's just here, and it's just you're just using gravity. You're not forcing it. And then with each breath, the movement gets a little more easeful. You get a little more into it. Good, and then everything rolls back to that side. You roll over to the other side and repeat. So one side's definitely different than the other side. Your organs are on different sides of the body, so one side's always going to feel different, and that's normal, that's natural. Let's go 3 full breaths. Inhale. Inhale for 2. And inhale for 3. Good. We're going to come to a variation of a plow pose. So you can either just do legs up, okay, or you could have a weight under something under your hips. You could just do waterfall, the legs up, arms up. You could do plow pose and lower down like this. Okay, and then from plow pose, you could come to shoulder stand if you'd like. If that feels good on your neck. So Shayna over here is in shoulder stand. Petra is in a nice easy plow pose. It should feel really good on your back, a nice stretch for the spine and the body. And then if you're in shoulder stand, you can take this time to lower down to a plow pose. So drop the legs. And then one vertebrae at a time, you're just going to roll down nice and easy. And then after a compression pose like that, you always want to extend the spine. So you can do a fish pose, place your hands here, puff your chest up, and stretch the front of your neck. So you're trying to stretch and open all of this, okay, because we spend our days here, technology-wise, so you want to really make sure you open up all of that, those muscles that we use all the time. We'll do 5 breaths here. So this is an active posture. Your shoulder blades are engaged. There's a passive way to do it, but we're being active right now. You can even engage your legs as they extend forward. Good. And then curl the chin up towards the chest, lower down. And then you have the option to start your mini shavasana, so you can have your feet together, knees apart, and just stay here. If you wanted to take like a headstand or something like that, another inversion, you can. We didn't do any arm balancing or anything like that, like crow pose and stuff, but we'll do that next week. I can also show you if you're interested in like a little video, I can show you that stuff. So Shayna's got her headstand, Petra's got her restorative Supta Baddha Konasana, and you're just breathing. So wherever you are, take 5 minutes for yourself. You don't need to listen to me, but just take full inhales to your entire body and full exhales to your entire body. So the more you're able to bring to those parts of your lungs, and the more you're able to exhale entirely, each breath you get new, fresh air into your lungs. Shayna's got her headstand nice, and whenever she's done, she's just going to come down nice and slow. Nice. And then if you're in Supta Baddha Konasana, you're just going to straighten your legs out one at a time. Okay? Whatever feels best for the body in this position, just get a nice natural curve to the spine, almost as if you're standing. And then we'll just take 5 full breaths. So inhale for 1. Inhale for 2. Inhale for 3. Inhale for 4. And inhale for 5. And then Shavasana can last as long as you like, 5 minutes, 10 minutes. You can do a Yogi Nidrasana and just take a little snooze. If you're ready, you can roll over to one side, give yourself a little hug, or just come straight up to sit. And thank you for joining me for a little expedited yoga class. I hope you like it. And leave a comment, and we will do one again soon. All right? Namaste.
Namaste. Thank you, Alicia.
Yay! Yoga.